People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now people, this part of the video is called Another One Bites the Dust. We are speaking about these gangsters, we are speaking about these thieves, we are speaking about these takeaway people in Jamaica that is creating all sorts of catastrophe in the island, on the little island. Now people, in this case we are speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Bethel Town, and this happened last Saturday. However, since this man's demise, and his name is Raynard White, however, his deeds are as dark as midnight. So anyways, this person's name is Raynard White, like I said, Raynard White, like I said, and this OC aka is called Problem Child. Now people, when you listen to a name like that, it says everything, it says it all. However, his actions, like I said, it is very despicable. And even though it is not taking out persons, we are speaking about his actions are just as devastating because it is causing mental. We are speaking about psychological. We are speaking about all sorts of trauma to its victim, his victim. Now people, first thing first is initial charge. And people, this is what it is. He basically jumped over the fence of a lady, an elderly lady that was 80-year-old, 80 people. And people, like me say, it does not justify had it been somebody else that was younger. However, me just say, what type of fetish, what type of person. And the fact of the matter is that this man is 29-year-old, and people, like me say, it seems as if he is mentally challenged. It seems as if he is mentally deranged. We are speaking about a psychopath, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that was a charge that basically put him on the map. And like me say, in his era, I am speaking about Bethel Town, I am speaking about Westmorelamd. He has been on the P0L radar for several cases of the same thing, jump over people fence, and also robbery. So we are speaking about a person that is a menace to society, point blank and period. So anyways, people, he did that deed to the 80-year-old lady, and he was on bail, and he absconded bail. And what that means is that he did not show up for court. He basically take for himself. He was on the run from the P0L. So people, you understand, whenever you do any sort of thing like that, the P0L are always going to look for you. So anyways, people, they went for him in a place called Galloway. We are speaking about Bethel Town. We are speaking about Westmorelamd on Saturday. And based on the information, after the P0L pulled up to the house that he was at, they saw him hiding behind the house. And based on the P0L's account of the incident, they said that he pulled a gun upon them and he pointed it, and they basically took evasive action. And people, you understand the script when they take evasive action. We are speaking about man get cornered. Man was held clutching onto a gun. Rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. You know the cliche theme. So anyways, people, based on the information, it is said that after he got taken out, this was Saturday gone, a lot of persons, or at least 2 persons, came out and they gave their account. So people, like me say, just based on the P0L report and the incident report and the accounts from the victim, on July of 2020, him hold up a lady at gunpoint, take her phone and then take for himself. We are speaking about in a place called York District. Fast forward, August, we are speaking about 2020, the other day, in basically see a lady we are speaking about in Bethel Town, where he is from, standing at her gate, him hold her up at gunpoint, drag her in some bushes in some abandoned building, demanded that she gave him some sort of HEADS at gunpoint, and then afterwards, him basically jump over our fence. So people, like I said, this man is one of the worst that the P0L has ever seen so far. And based on his name, we are talking about Trouble Child. We are speaking about a person that is a menace to society, point blank and period. So just imagine, even though he did not take away these persons' life, he basically traumatized them. He gave them some sort of emotional scar that they will carry for the rest of their life. May I talk about the 80-year-old woman, and I am even speaking about the 31-year-old lady. We are speaking about his last victim, last known victim. However, based on the P0L, like them say, he has been on their radar for thieving and also jumping over all sort of people fence. Now people, like I've always said, worthless mama and worthless papa brings problem child. We are speaking about persons that are going to be a menace in a society, point blank and period. And people so said, so done. And this is a basic example of what should happen to people. We are talking about what this mama and papa and picnic like these that always come and traumatize people in a Jamaica in a them own neighborhood. This is a good case for basically talk about abortion. This is a good case that should have ended. We are speaking about in a some condom and dash in a some sort of garbage or some sort of place down a riverton, because we see that this man heart is as dark and the opposite of his name. We are talking about white, point blank and period. Now people, when we think about a case like this, we are speaking about a case in which it seems as if crime did not pay. We are speaking about a case in which, like them say, if you live by the GUN, you are also going to be taken out by it. And people, based upon the fact that this man was basically jumping over a woman's fence, we are only sorry that the popo did not take him in and make some sort of person in the big yard. We are talking about Kid Ralph basically jump over a film fence to make him see how it feel. We are speaking about really feel. Point blank and period. And what was even worse is that, like we said, people, the way that he was slapped away, we are speaking about broke, because the man did not even have a decent gun. Because people, when we talk about 2020, if you don't have some sort of automatic, we are talking about 9 to the mm with some sort of magazine, then basically you are back at time. You are outdated like the polka dot. And we see that in this case, this man basically had a revolver. We are talking about a .38, which them finding after them slap him away with 3 rounds. And also we are talking about a board gun. We are talking about some homemade 9mm. So people, we are speaking about a person that was ill prepared for the eventual. We are speaking about turn up of the popo. And people, when the popo turn up, we saw exactly what happened. And also based on the popo report, it was obvious that this man did not know the gangster code, that you don't basically SHIT where you rest your head. We are speaking about you don't do dirt at home, because we see that he was creating all sorts of chaos and catastrophe. In his own hometown, we are talking about Bethel Town, we are talking about Westmorelamd, and people like them say he has been on the radar, and people then basically wipe him off of the map. And people, we have to also ask the question, what type of mind frame, what type of mentality, what type of meds was this man holding for actually jump over the fence of an elderly lady? We are talking about somebody that was 80. And people, I am not saying that it would have been justified if him jump over the fence of a younger lady, even though we saw that he was an equally opportunity jump over fence man, because in his last case, we are speaking about a 31-year-old lady. He also jumped over her fence, and what was even worse, he basically held her at gunpoint and demanded that she basically blow him off. Now people, we are speaking about, just imagine what this lady is going through. Just imagine how emotionally traumatized she is, and she has to live with that for the rest of her life. People, we are speaking about she is going to be in some sort of shame, and she is going to need some sort of psychological help, point blank and period. So people, at the end of the day, and the moral of the story is this: we saw that problem child was a menace to society, and we saw that he was creating all sorts of catastrophe in our district, in our little place called Bethel Town. We are talking about Westmorelamd. However, he has been written off the map. We are talking about wipe off of the map completely. So therefore, we see the popo in the last month or so, they have been shooting 100%. And every time them go for somebody, people, we are talking about people, DEAD. We are talking about Precke Boy. We are speaking about the 6. We are speaking about in Clarendon. We are speaking about the latest person. We are speaking about in Maxwell. We are talking about Odin. We are talking about Chambers, or Orlando Chambers. Sorry. And in this case, we are speaking about Raynor White. We are speaking about problem child. People, we will have this problem no longer. Point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like we say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the bank fraud, the bank thief, they are at it once again, and they are stepping up their game. Now people, this video is from a lady that lives overseas, I think in America, and her account is with Bank of America. However, the same message can apply as it pertains to Jamaica. So people, take a listen, take a look, and then let me know what you think in the comment section.
So I received a phone call from 800-432-1000. That number is associated with Bank of America, 800-432-1000. I answered the phone. The lady said, "Hi, my name is Amber. I'm calling from Bank of America about fraudulent activity on your account." I said, "Okay, hi, Amber." Amber said, "This is in regards to account blah, 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 with link to debit card, blah, blah, blah." She had all of my information. She said, "I'm going to send you a code to verify your identity via text message." I get a text message code that comes to my phone from Bank of America, like I have a previous chain. You know, if you call your bank and they need to verify a code or whatever, it came in a chain that I already had messages in from Bank of America. I give her the code. She says, "Okay, one of the things on your account is a $435 purchase at Whole Foods in San Diego, California. Are you traveling?" I said, "No, I'm not traveling." So when she said that, I thought to look at my mobile app and see if anything was on my app. I said, "Well, this isn't showing up in my app." She says it wouldn't show up because it's fraudulent. This call happened at 6:18 p.m. When she said that, I thought to hang up the phone and call Bank of America back myself. I called Bank of America. I asked to speak to the fraud department. I said, "Hi, this is my name. Somebody just called me from the fraud department named Amber Lewis, and this is what she said." Bank of America had no record of anybody speaking to me from the fraud department. By 6:21, I'm on the phone with Bank of America. This lady called me at 6:18. By 6:21, I received 2 emails. First email saying your online ID has been looked up. Second email saying your online ID password has been changed. Within 3 minutes, whoever that was able to look up my online ID and change my password. So I could not access my account. So now the fraud department that I'm talking to has to transfer me to another immediate department that can access and freeze all of my accounts. So when I'm speaking to them, she said, "Hey, this is happening. It doesn't look like any transactions have happened, but since they've already had access to your account and logged in via your online ID, that means that they have your checking account numbers, and that means they have your account and your routing numbers. So I now have to change all of my bank accounts that I have with Bank of America. I have to change my bank accounts, get new bank accounts." Luckily, I was actually speaking the second time to the actual fraud department. They freezed all of my accounts and they put a massive hold on my account so that no other transactions could be made from my bank account. So if you get a phone call from somebody that says that they are calling from your bank and they ask you to verify any number via a text message, any number or verification code via email, do not verify it. You immediately hang up and you immediately call your banking account, like call your banking center back and ask to speak to the fraud department and verify that somebody just called you. The lady that I spoke to from the Bank of America fraud department says they never call and ask you to verify information. You would only get an authentication code or a code to let you verify your account if you call the bank, not if the bank calls you. Again, this phone call came from 800-432-1000. Anybody that is a Bank of America customer knows that on the back of your card, the number on the back of the card says 1-800-432-1000. So some way, somehow, there is a company that is able to call you from a number that looks like Bank of America. They are sending you text messages that look like it comes from Bank of America, which gives them access to your account. Mind you, I didn't tell this lady anything. I didn't say any of my account information. I didn't give her my social security number. I didn't give her my debit card number. I gave her an authentication code that she sent to my phone via text message. That's all I gave her. And that code that I gave her came from Bank of America. It said it was Bank of America. So, again, if you get a phone call and it's from your banking, somebody that says they're from your bank, somebody that says they're from your credit card, and they ask you to verify information, you ask who you're speaking to. Say, may I ask who I'm speaking to? Get their first and last name. You hang up, and then you call your bank back yourself. So as of right now, I have no access to any of my... So because of that, while I was on the phone with Bank of America, they had to change my online ID and give me a new password. So I now have a new online ID. I now have a new password, but I don't have any money because they had to put a big negative balance on my account to ensure that no other withdrawals would hit my bank account.